So there I was. I'd just given my presentation, a real world presentation with a projector and a white foldy down thing and everything. I stood there proud as punch with what I'd done and very pleased with myself. And then I saw the picture that was taken and I wasn't so happy. Now, you see, and through the magic of editing, we'll put the picture up now so you can see it. If you're on Spotify, you're just going to have to imagine this. My logo, Clear Sales Message, is black background, white text, capitalized text, clear on the first line, sales on the second, message on the third, and it's all left justified, so it all starts from the left and goes forwards. Clear Sales Message. Trouble is, where I was stood, it actually said Clear Sales Mess because I was stood in front of part of my logo. So it went from being great picture potentially of me giving a presentation to what I literally now call a clear sales mess. And that's what we're talking about today on the podcast, episode 663 of the Daily Sales Message podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice. It's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. And essentially we're talking about cropping. You put your best foot forward in terms of the pictures, the imagery, the language, the wording, the messaging that you use to sell your stuff. But when you put it in different places, from physical things in real life, like my clear sales mess where I stood in front of it, to social media where things are cropped and capped and limited, you might only get so many things across, and you need to be very careful with where your message appears and how it works. I'll use LinkedIn as a prime example. There's lots of different examples to use, but LinkedIn is a prime example. If I comment on something in LinkedIn, it will say James Newell, and then it have my little headline underneath. There's only about 27-ish characters there that are going to be visible. The rest is then cropped. So what I have to be careful is that in the 27 characters there, it actually says what I do or alludes to it. Oh, it's attractive in some way, but also it's not rude or misleading or embarrassing, a bit like having a clear sales mess. So I just got to make sure it doesn't crop things off. So what I want you to do today, and this is probably more social media based for most people, and LinkedIn in particular if you're active on the platform, is have a look at how your headline, your bio, all this kind of stuff crops when you post it on social media, as well as the pictures that you have. And just give some thought, not just to what you're saying and what you're presenting, but how it's actually mechanically, logically, visually seen in real life, to make sure you're not sitting in front of it, smiling and creating a clear sales mess. But anyway, I can use it now in my own messaging as I'm the example for this part of my methodology and how not to do it. So, every clown. Right, that's it for this episode of the podcast. I'm kind of telling myself off, aren't I? There we go. In tomorrow's episode, 664, something you need to ask people that we don't often ask. You can tell the people that ask this question are switched on and they know what they're doing, and they probably don't fumble their words either. We'll cover this question tomorrow. Really simple. You don't even feel weird asking it, so don't worry about that. Really simple question, but helps with your marketing, helps to make a real difference there. Right, that's it for this episode of the podcast. I'm going to lie down and have a clear sales nap. I'll catch you tomorrow for hopefully a more polished edition of the Daily Sales Message.